the Smiley J Artist Zone, a platform for and about independent artists, music, interviews, and much, much more. Now, give it up. Your host, Smiley J.
Welcome to the Smiley J Artist Zone, a platform dedicated to independent music creators of the world. Yes, we got to keep the flow of music pumping in our earlobes. Yes, I am your host, Smiley J, and I like to say hello, and Happy New Year to all of you guys near and far, wherever you're listening from. I am super glad that you have decided to hang out with me today. And, I trust that you guys had a wonderful, wonderful holiday season, but we are now in the 2-3, yes, out with the old and in with the new. Yes, that's how we're going to do. We're going to start fresh and new. We're going to channel some new energy. We're going to hear some new music. I have a lot of guests lined up for you this year, so, yeah, just make sure you hang out with me. You can catch me. The show is available on all music streaming platforms and also located in most podcast directories. Okay, now, if you are an independent singer-songwriter, musician, producer, beat maker with music available for purchase on all music platforms, and you want to hang out with your girl Smiley J for about 30 minutes or so, I would love to have you as my guest. So go ahead and send your material to me, bio pictures, all that good stuff, your EPK if you have it. Email it to the smileyjartisan@gmail.com. That, again, is the smileyjartisan@gmail.com. Yes, I would love for you to come and hang out with me. Now, in case you didn't know, we have some really talented folks out there in this world. As a matter of fact, some of them are creating music right now as we speak. And we also have some of those folks, hang out here with me. Now, all I ask is that you open your ears and expand your music tastes, because you will be surprised at some of the stuff that you may hear right here on this show. Yes, introducing you to new music, one artist at a time. Now, did you know that research has shown that intelligence has a critical influence in our music preference? So I know I got some intelligent listeners out there. So, yes. All right, I just like those little fun facts. All right, so today hanging out with me in the Artist Zone is Cococa Man, a.k.a. Kevin Randolph. Let me tell you a little bit about Cococa Man before he pops in. Cococa Man is a singer-songwriter and musician who has been singing since he was a young boy. Yes, Cococa Man has juggled life, work, and family while also pursuing his passion for music. He recently returned to the studio and dropped his first solo album, and he's also heading back to the studio. He's going to, create some more music for his follow-up project. So I need you guys to help me welcome today's guest, Mr. Cococa Man. Hi, welcome to the Smiley J Artist Zone. How are you today, sir?
I'm doing great, Smiley. How about yourself?
I'm doing well. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. This is a year of the transition of blessings.
I receive that, and I'll take that. Yes.
Absolutely.
Smiley is open for all the blessings.
No, yes. Right. So is Cococa Man.
I know that's right.
Yes, indeed. Hey, it's a pleasure and an honor to even be here on your show, so I'm totally grateful.
It's my pleasure to have you. Now I saw you perform at an event last year that I was hosting, but I didn't get a chance to meet you. But I did hear you singing, and I said, okay, that brother over there has some nice vocals.
Well,
do you remember that event?
I absolutely remember that event. It was the all-white party, and my guy, Jerry Carter, all good.
Yeah, shout out to Jerry and the crew.
And my man, Chuck Dunlop.
Yes.
And Rhapsody Blue. So
yes, Chuck, that's my buddy. Yeah, shout out to you, Chuck. Hope you're listening.
I call him Big Brother.
Big Brother, yes, he's good people.
Yeah.
Now, did you get a chance to get some two steps in?
I got a few steps in me. I had no choice. I mean, you was going around the entire place, getting people up on the dance floor. So I figured, I had no other choice but to get in there. I had the soft shoes on, so I slid out there and did a little something.
Okay, good. Thank you, because that was a tough crowd. But once I got them up, they didn't want to sit down.
Yeah, you got that kind of energy, so.
Well, I try. I mean, it's music. We love music. Music is what connects us all. So, when I go out to hear music, especially live music,
Yeah,
I want to be more than a spectator.
You got that right. Yeah, I want to be in the flow.
Yes, in the music flow of things. Yeah. Now, Coco, now you are no stranger to the music world. I mean, music has been like your passion for a while. You've been doing this thing since you were a young lad. And you were a part of some bands that, well, you know what? You tell us a little bit about Yesteryear.
Yesteryear, so far, yes, seems so close in such a way. But yeah, I sang with this group called Main Event, and everybody used to mistake the name for, when I used to, have a conversation with people about Main Event. They say, "Oh yeah, I heard of them." I said, "You're probably thinking about Main Ingredient," and I wish we had the success of Main Ingredient, but to one of my favorite groups still to this day. Before that, excuse me, I sang with a group. I started a group called The Dimensions. And, we were just out in the neighborhood doing a lot of shows, at high schools and, fire stations, any place we can get in there to do a show, we did it. And although we were inspired by groups like New Edition and,
Wait a minute now. You said New Edition. Now, how many members were in the group?
Well, we had 5 in the group, the Dimensions. And then we had this manager, her name was Vernell Ammons, and she kind of brought Main Event and the Dimensions together, and she sort of took what was best out of both groups, and that's how we became. The other group was Mirror Image. And she kind of put us all together and formed Main Event. And from Main Event, we... Mirror Image was known for their choreography. The Dimensions was known for their vocal ability. We had a good harmony structures, like street corner harmonies and stuff like that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's kind of what we did. So we had to bring all that together, and we ended up signing with a independent label, DC, called Washington Hitmakers. And that's how we ended up doing the Main Event So Delicious album. And we had a lot of fun. We did little college tours and...
nice.
We had a lot of fun.
Now, are you still in touch with any of the members from the group?
Yeah, actually, fellas from both groups, everybody's gotten to their businesses and establishing businesses and raising families and, having kids and, got into their careers. I think I was the only one out of both of those groups that actually decided to get back to it.
Okay.
And, I've sent some material to them for them to get their approval. And, they're showing me some love.
Nice. I love it. Yeah. Now, you mentioned that you were once signed to the independent label Hitmakers. Now, I know, that happens, because... independent, shout out to all the independent labels out there as well. So, but I know that, it's challenging for some independent labels because they don't have like piles of money, to boost their artists, and they can't promote their artists like some of the major labels, but, to all my indie label folks out there on the positive side, indie labels, they have the freedom and flexibility to be creative, with their artists.
Absolutely. Well, it definitely kept us out of trouble. They gave us a lot to do, and I think independent labels nowadays you got to have some distribution capital. And you know what I mean. You got to have some distribution cap. Got to have some marketing capital. And the business have changed drastically now with the way that most of these broadcasting companies own the distribution companies. And for indie artists such as myself, it's a blessing because it's a way to get in and actually, your show as another platform to get indie artists out there to get them heard. So that's why I'm so grateful for moments like this, to be honest with you.
Yes. And you know what? And like you said, the business has changed a lot, and you have like independent radio stations. I mean, they are internet radio stations. They are really promoting and spinning a lot of independent artists' music. I mean, because unlike the terrestrial radio, they have more flexibility, and they can play. They can format their show however they choose, and that's the beauty of it.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, we all as indie artists, we hope that at some point in time you go mainstream. But the thing of it is, if we can just touch one person with a song, it's a blessing. You've done your work. The way I see it, Yeah,
that's the power of music. Now, you've been like I mentioned earlier. You're no stranger to the music world. You've been doing this a while. I know that you took a sabbatical. You definitely are a multitasker because you were like building a business and also raising 5 kids while still pursuing your love for music and relationships. I'm assuming marriage, relationships, partnership. That sounds pretty challenging. How did you juggle all of that?
Not my own strength. But here's the thing, though. The strength of the 2 daughters were bonus daughters because, it's a blessing to be able to pour into 2 other kids. They're non-biological, but I love them as my own. And
Beautiful.
that's my 3 boys, come from my marriage. I've been divorced since 2007. So with all 3 of those situations with those children that I love so much, the strength is the 3 women. So when you look at me and say, how did you manage that and have time? Because you had the strong women that's raising these babies. They wouldn't raise them alone. I contributed as a father as much as I could with the 2 bonus daughters, but but with my boys, I've been bonding with them since they were in the womb. And, it's just, I just think it's an amazing thing.
But I want to commend you and your partnership, with your wife and raising the kids and, in this world today with busy schedules. And then, also having a major life event like divorce and still upholding your end of being a responsible dad. So, yeah, that's awesome.
Well, yeah, it's unfortunate, but the kids always get the worst end of the deal. So it's important if I can speak to anybody out there about divorce. I know that's not why we're not here on the show today, but we're just having a grown and sexy conversation. And, I would just say, hey, never divorce the kids.
That's right. Keep the kids out of grown folks' business.
Absolutely.
So speaking of, this is a grown folk conversation. We're gonna segue over to your song, "Hurt." But before I do, I gotta ask you. Having 5 kids and your passion for music. Now, do we have any talent in the family? Are there other artists in the family? Singers, musicians, DJs?
Well, I would say all of the above. But let me speak on my 3 boys for a second. Kevin Jr., Khalil, and Keenan, who are AKA, their artist names are Kayla Khalil Cardell, and Unique.
Oh, I like that. Shout out, fellas.
Yeah. And,
come and hang out with me. Okay, tell me more.
Absolutely. Yeah, you know what? That's a good way. They would love to be on your show, all 3 of them together. But yeah, so when they were younger, I always try to get them, taught them harmony structure. That was a conversation that actually came up from my mother-in-law at the time. And she was like, well, what are you doing about the boys? You do music, you should be teaching them. I'm like, you know what? You're right. And we were on the verge of going through this whole divorce thing, but that was the one thing that we plugged into. And so taught them some harmony structures and got them into taking some lessons in piano, guitar, and drums and percussion.
Nice. So they sing. So they sing, rap, they do a little bit of everything. They play.
Right.
Are they?
Right. Well, they're sing right there into production. The lessons didn't last that long, but they are definitely rap singers. On this Cococa Man 2020 album, my middle child and all of them actually did some production on this album.
Nice.
So 3 songs that they were a part of, and showed up as indie artists, and they wrote their own parts, so I didn't have to do anything. This is what I told them. I said, listen, however you feel the song, however it's flowing, do you. What I do is what I do, and they did just that. So.
So you gave them that creative freedom to just do what they do. Okay.
I wouldn't dare do it any other way. You got to allow artists to be artists.
So now, all that you've gone through, with the businesses, raising kids, and divorce. Let's segue over to the song "Hurt." Which let me first say that this is a real grown song. It shows. It displays a little vulnerability because of the title "Hurt." Obviously. Now, I have to ask, is this a personal experience, or did you, write it for a friend? Wink, wink.
Well, Hurt is about healing. It's definitely about, it was a personal song. It was something that I had gone through. And I was seeing this young lady, and she was telling me all about her hurts, and I was telling her all about my hurts. And we just couldn't seem to get to the next level. And that brought on the song "Hurt." It was like, hey, you've been hurt, I've been hurt.
Wait, let's go back. Because I need you to say this again, because I like these conversations right here. So you said you guys were both hurt.
Mm-hmm. She had been hurt. She had went through, come from a place of hurt. And so did I. We've gone through some changes in life. It was showing up in the relationship, But that's where hurt came from.
Okay, so pretty much I want to say to the folks out there, since we are in a new year, is that, what? Go ahead and heal, and do not pursue folks while you are healing. Go ahead and heal and take care of that first, and then go ahead and fill out your fisherman or fisherwoman hook.
Yeah.
But yeah, because it doesn't work, to hurt people. It's going to be very challenging. So, I like that you wrote about a personal experience and kind of showed us that side. Now, is there? Now, what would you say to anyone right now that's listening to they're about to hear the song and they say, what, I'm in a dark place, but I want to be loved.
Yeah, well, I would say. The key to healing first is getting healed and trusting God on a journey of being healed first and loving yourself and make sure that you're good individually first so you can be good for somebody else. Because if you hadn't gotten yourself together yet, you're going to bring all that baggage into a relationship. So definitely believe in that. I definitely believe in spiritual healing of things, but sometimes you just got to go get you a therapist and put your feet up and talk about that kind of stuff.
Okay. That's a whole nother conversation. But yeah, seeking, professional help is okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. Guys,
give it that baggage.
Yeah. Don't be afraid. Don't let that pride stand in your way. Listen, I don't want to sound preachy, but mental health and mental health wellness is real. So, folks, just take care of yourself. And also, use this music too to heal. Yes.
It's a healer within itself. Let me tell you.
Yes. Now, on a lighter note, Cocoa Man, what are some of the things, what are some of the things you like to do in your spare time when you are not multitasking with work and music and those other distractions? What are some of the things that you like to do?
Well, I like to sit there and pour myself a glass of wine and enjoy watching some Netflix. That's easy stuff right there. But, I like to take weekend getaways. I like to go bowling, go to the beaches where I like to go. I love going to the beach, even on the off season. Mm-hmm. Long walks on the beach. There's something about water, it's a beautiful thing. I'm just about free up for anything that's fun without being... nothing crazy. I love being around good people. Let's talk about that thing called energy that you possess to get people on the dance floor. Yeah, that whole thing.
Listen, that's easy breezy. That's easy because I love to dance. I love good music. I love good folk, good food. But life is short, and when we go out, I think we should have a good time. If you're able to, because some people may have some other things going on, and they're not able to get up and move like they want to. But if you're able, have fun.
Good.
Get some of that stress off, dance it out.
I'm trying to tell you, get in the gym, go work out, go walking, stretch, do something. Get out and have some fun, enjoy life. Don't just, sit still. And like you said, getting on the dance floor, dancing, being around good people, good vibes, good food, good energy. That is what I'm in a good place when I'm surrounded by that.
Wonderful, wonderful. Now, listen, I know that we're in the new year, and I know that you're going to be working on some new stuff, some more music, which means you have to come back and, and preview it here. Let my audience hear, a little snippet of it.
Absolutely. It'd be an honor and a pleasure. Absolutely, yeah. I've got some new material coming out for Valentine's Day. And, I'm really excited about this project. So,
and you know what? Open invitation. You are more than welcome to come back with your new music. And, any performances coming up?
I appreciate it. Yes. Actually, on February 4th, Wake Forest, North Carolina, at the Wake Forest Coliseum. The doors open at 7 p.m. We got the R&B legend himself, Mr. Howard Hewitt. And Howard Hewitt will be headlining. There'll be some other acts on the show. Cococa Man will be on the show. We got some other acts, and you can find out about that show by going to Coco_Man_music, and you will see some information about that show, upcoming show. You can also just go to Cococa Man on Facebook, and and come out and have a great time. And we got some good stuff in the works, and look forward to seeing the people there. Tickets are selling really, really fast. So.
Good. So to all my folks in the Carolinas and the Raleigh-Durham area, make sure you get your tickets and, meet Cococa Man face to face and Mr. Howard Hewitt and all the other talented acts. I think I may have received an invite for that show, but I had no idea that you were also on that show. Wow.
Yeah, I came on through the back door. Thanks to all good production.
Well, wonderful! Congratulations to your team. You. Yeah.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I'll have some T-shirts, some Cococa Man memorabilia, and some things available that evening. So come out and have a great time. I'm really looking forward to meeting the people.
Wonderful, wonderful. So listen, guys, make sure you follow Cococa Man. Keep up with all he's doing. Do we have an IG page?
Yes, the IG page is Coco_Man_music. You can find me there. Again, you'll be able to find some other content there as well as the show for February the 4th, or you can just go to Cococa Man on Facebook.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, I want to thank you for dropping by today and hanging out with me in the Artist Zone, and I'll make sure you come back, hang out with me again when the new music drop. I would love to have you back, and best wishes to you and all that you do in the 2-3.
Absolutely. Smiley, it's been a pleasure and an honor. It was great to meet you. I look forward to seeing you at many other functions in year 23. And be blessed.
Until that time, you be well. Peace.
Day when I first laid eyes on you, wasn't supposed to be there. You weren't supposed to be there. Oh, but somehow I knew that you were gonna be mine. Inexplicable joy, just the thought of you being my wife. Oh. Been hurt and I've been hurt. Yeah, we've been hurt. Gotta put in the work. You've been hurt and I've been hurt. We've been hurt. Gotta put in the work. Oh, you've been hurt. Yeah, I've been hurt. We've been hurt. Gotta put in the work. You've been hurt and I've been hurt. We've been hurt. start over, babe, and trust God to heal our wounds. Oh, divine energy. But we gotta let it go. But will you say I do when I give this ring to you, babe? Oh, you've been hurt, yeah, I've been hurt, we've been hurt. Gotta put in the work, babe. You've been hurt, and I've been hurt, we've been hurt. Gotta put in the work, it out, babe. You've been hurt, yeah, I've been hurt, we've been hurt. Gotta put in the work. You've been hurt, yeah, I've been hurt, mama. We've been hurt, gotta put in the work. You've been hurt, and I've been hurt, yeah, we've been hurt, gotta put in the work. You've been hurt, yeah, I've been hurt, we've been hurt, gotta put in the work. I'm not gonna hurt you. No, I've been hurt.
This is singer-songwriter Tigressa, and you are in the Smiley J Artist Zone.
All right, it's that time. Yes, all good things come to an end. But I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I want to thank you for your time and full attention. And special thanks to our guest, Mr. Cococa Man. You guys know the rules around these parts. You like what you heard today? You like the song Hurt? Go ahead and download it and add it to your favorite playlist. Yes, that's how we get down supporting independent artists. Don't forget to follow Cococa Man on his social media platform. And also, to my folks in the Raleigh-Durham area, go ahead and hang out with him in February. Yes, he's coming your way, so be sure to hang out and, do some meet and greet, buy some merchandise, and just hear some good old music, yeah. So, listen, I don't want you guys to hurt anybody out there. The only thing you need to hurt is your ego, especially if it's too big. Yes, go ahead and drop that ego. You have nothing to lose but a whole life to win. Until next time, I'm going to need you guys to be well, stay safe, and remember to listen to good music. Your ears will thank you for it. I'm Smiley J, and I'm out.